Hello everyone, welcome back to our online class from Cambridge International School Level 4 with teacher SREYNY again. So now, let's move to our second session altogether, everyone. So how was your break? Was your break fun or not? Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed during your break. Now let's move to our second session altogether that we focus on Hangout 4 according to our schedule, right? So for Hangout 4 today, we still continue with Unit 2, follow the rules. Today we focus on reading on page 16 only. So please open your book on this page altogether so that you can see about our today lesson. So only this page that you are going to learn today. So reading about rules around the world. So rules around the world, we are going to discuss about the rule around the world, not only in the country, not only in our country, but around the world, right? But it's not mean that we discuss all the countries. So we just discuss about some countries only, and then we can say rules around the world. So before you are going to listen from, or you try to get some idea from our reading, now the teacher would like to explain you some of the vocabulary. So the first vocabulary that the teacher would like to explain you guys is rule. So what is rule? Alright, so rule is an everything that people have to follow as another people in a place or in a company. As I already mentioned for you already when you have learned from Unit 2 for the first day, I would like to explain you again that rule is different from the law, different from the culture. Rule you follow based on the people in a place set it. So based on a leader in a place who create what you should do, what you should not do, what is right, what is wrong in a place, right? So rule isn't from the government, and if you break the rule, it is not mean you break the law, it's not mean you have to go to the jail. So when you break the rule, you might just get some punishment from the leader or from the manager or from someone who lead the group only. For example, in your country, in your family, you also have a rules. The rule that your father or your mother set for the children. So the children must follow based on what the parents said. It's not from the people in the country, it's not from the people in the school, or it's not from the people in the company. This is what the family rule, right? The rule that you follow from your parents. Alright, so once you go to the school, you also have the rule that created by what? By the leader of a school, or we can say a manager of a school. So when you go to the company, or when you go to a hospital, you have to follow the rule in the hospital there. This is what a rule. Now let's go to special. Special means important. When something that is important, that you think is very important, it means that special. Now let's go to law. Some people confuse between rule and law. So rule you have to follow from a place or from a company or from a family or from a school. But for law, it means that you have to follow in a country. So law isn't everything that people have to follow as other people in a country from the government. In this one, if you break the law, it's different from you break the rule. When you break the rule, your parents just give you some advice, suggest you, or what? Or give you some punishment. But for law, if you break the law, you have to go to the jail, like this. And law are set by the government, a group of people who create a law, right? If you want to go to another country, you have to follow the law there. Even in your country have this law, but if you go to another country, you have to follow the law in that country. So every country have different law, but some countries have the similar laws, and some countries have very, very different law, and you think it's very weird, it's very strange, like this, okay? So you have to follow. If you don't follow the law, the police will catch you. Alright, now let's go to government. So government We refer to a group of people whose job is creating and controlling laws in the country, right? So now you can see that who is the one who create the law? So the one who create law is government. But who is the one who create the rule? Is what the leader in a place, in a family. So it is different. And when the government create the law, so the people in the country must follow all together. Even we have different family, different company, different school, but you must follow based on the law that the government already created for everyone. Alright class, I hope you can understand. Now let's go to our reading all together. The teacher would like to play 3 times for you to listen and repeat in order to get some idea. After that, teacher will explain you about our reading. Are you ready? Let's start all together.
A. Listen and read. Rules around the world.
Every country has rules. These rules are called laws. Many laws keep us safe. However, some laws are a bit strange. The Eiffel Tower is a famous tower in Paris. Many people visit it every year. Do you want to take a photo? You must be careful. You must not take photos of it at night. However, you may take photos during the day. Do you want some chewing gum? Not in Singapore. People must not sell gum in Singapore. The government wants to keep the streets clean. You may eat gum in Singapore. You just must not sell it or bring it into the country.
Good job everyone. Have you done? Hope that you can read well and also get some idea during your listening. Now teacher would like to explain you from the first paragraph of the first text until the third text, because they are what? There are 3 texts that you are going to learn for today, like you can see. So first, rule around the world. So every country has rules. These rules are called laws. Alright, these rules are called laws. Many laws keep us safe. Yes, why many laws keep us safe? Because if we don't have any laws, the thief or the robber are not scared of rob someone thing or steal someone thing. So in order to make the people not do the wrong thing, when they cannot control their mind, when they lost their mind, so we have to set the law in order for them to afraid, in order for them to follow. Because some people, when they lost their mind, they cannot control about their feelings, so they might do the wrong thing, like they kill people, they hit people, they fight people, or they do another stupid thing like this. Alright, however, some laws are a bit strange. So strange is mean different, right? Very different. Or we can say very weird, right? Why strange? Maybe because most other people, they don't do this one, or most other country, they don't follow this rule, but in one country have this one, like this. That is why it's very strange. Alright, let's go to the next text. The Eiffel Tower is a famous tower in Paris. Do you know Paris, where Paris is? So Paris is at France, right? France. Many people visit it every year. Do you want to take a photo? You must be careful. You must not take photos of it at night. However, you may take photos during the day. So it is strange, right? When you go to another country or another place, we don't have kinds of this law. People can take any picture whenever they want to take. But for this one in Paris, at night are not allowed. Only the day only. Okay, remember. So when you have a chance to visit Paris one day, you cannot take the pictures of Eiffel Tower at night. Okay. Like one country also a little bit strange too. We can get strange, like in North Korea, the visitors are not allowed to take any picture in that country, especially related to their political. So when you go to visit there, you must be careful with your camera, because your camera are not allowed to take there. Alright, now let's go to the next one. Do you want some chewing gum? alright? Not in Singapore. People must not sell gum in Singapore. The government want to keep the streets clean. So it means that in Singapore people are not chewing gum. Why? Because some people their behavior is so bad. When they chew gum already, they just throw it away. Throw where they want to throw. They don't keep in the dustbin or they don't keep in a right place. That is why it makes the streets isn't clean. Why it isn't clean? Because when the people step on it, it will stick with the people's shoes. So it sometimes makes the streets very hard to clean too when the gum is on the street. Next, you may eat gum in Singapore. You must not sell it or bring it into the country. Oh, so this one is showing that you are a visitor, so you can't bring the chewing gum along with you. But in the Singapore, if you want to find any place to buy it, we don't have. So if you want to chewing gum, you have to bring it from the country. Okay, you have to bring it from the country if you want to chew it. But be careful when you chew already. Please what? Please keep in the right place. Okay, like you can see, you may eat gum in Singapore. You just must not sell it. Alright, so you can eat, but you cannot sell it or bring it into the country.
They come from Japan.
You cannot,
they are Japanese.
Bring it to sell. You just eat by your own self and then keep in the right place.
Alright,
class. So hopefully you can understand about
he comes
some
from
rules
Mexico.
from 2 countries already.
He's Mexican.
So the first is Singapore, and the second is in French. And after you finish about reading, teacher would like you to create sentences by
I
using
come from Korea. I'm Korean.
All of the vocabulary here. And then teacher will assign some work for you to do about another
We come
step,
from
or
Canada.
another text about
We're
the
Canadian.
Now our vacation is finished. See you again tomorrow. Have a nice day, everyone. Please don't forget to what? To ask your teachers if there are any questions related to both sessions today, because they are news, and also some points I think is hard, some points very hard for the student too. So if there are any question or feel concerned about some point, your teacher always have, okay? So don't forget to ask him or her. Goodbye everyone, see you tomorrow and have a nice day. Good luck.